Okay, here's how to do number 5. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to combine the two Mayan numbers. We'll start with the bottom place, which is the ones place. And from the first number, we have 1 bar, and we have 4 dots. From the second number, we have 2 bars and 2 dots. And then we go up to the 20s place. And from the first number, we have 3 bars and 2 dots. And the second one, we have 2 bars and 1 dot. And now is where we want to look and see if we can combine things to like move up 1 place level. So notice that we can combine these 5 dots. That makes a new bar, and then that actually creates 4 bars, which means we can have another dot up in the 20s place. So then if we look at the 20s place, notice that we have 4 bars, and that can go up to the 400s place and make a dot up there. So if we look at all this combined, in the ones place, we have 1 dot. In the 20s place, we have 1 bar left over and 4 dots. And in the 400s place, we have 1 dot. So that finishes up number 5. So to get the total of 581, if we start up here at the top, this is 1 times 400. So that's 400. And then this is, we have 5 plus 4, so that's 9 times 20, which is 180. And then in the ones place, we have 1 times 1, which is 1. So if we sum all those up, that gives us 581. Okay, for 6A, we have a counting system with base 12, and so the digits that we're going to use will start at 0 and go all the way up to 1 less than the base. So in this case, our base is 12, so we go up to 11. So there's 12 total digits that we use for a base 12, and that's always the case. Whatever the base is, there's going to be that number of digits that go into the counting system, and you always start with 0. Part B, we want to convert this number 2, 10, 6, 11. And that should be base 12 down there. I mentioned that in class, but just that should be 12 instead of 8. So we want to convert this to base 10. So we're going to go place by place and multiply it by the power of 12. So the powers of 12, so we'll start with 0, that's 1. 12 to the 1 is 12. 12 squared, we get 144. And 12 cubed is 1728. All right, so we take each place value and we're going to multiply it by the appropriate power of 12. So let's start with the 11. So the 11 is the ones place. So 11 times 1. So we just get 11. And then the 6, that's the 12's place, so we'll multiply that by 12. That's 72. And the 10 is the 144's place, so that's going to be 1440. And the 2 is the 1728. So we multiply that by 2, we're going to get 3456. And then we sum those up to get the base 10. And that's going to be 3679. in part C, we want to convert a base 10 number to base 12. So this is where we're going to divide. We're going to divide by these same values that we were multiplying by. So let me just drag this down so that we can refer to this. Okay, so we'll start by dividing by the largest one number that's going to go in, and that's going to be the 1728. And that goes in 5 times and some decimal, which we don't really care about. What we care about, what's going to be important, is this 5. Okay, so we want to then see what the remainder is. So we'll take that 10,249 and we'll subtract off 5 of those 1728s. And that leaves a difference of 1609. Okay, so this is like the remainder after the 5 1728s. And so we want to see, well, how many of the next place value down is going to go in there. So we'll take that 1609, divide it by 144. And that is 11 point something. Again, we don't really care about that something, but the 11 is what's going to be important. And now we do a similar thing where we're going to take the 1609 and we want to subtract off the 11 144s. And that leaves a difference of 25. Okay, now 25 becomes the number that we're going to divide into. So we're now down to 12, so we divide 25 by 12. And that's 2 with some decimals. Again, we don't care. And so that the 2 is what's important. And then we take 25 minus 2 times 12, and that is going to leave us with just a 1. So that's the final remainder, and 1 divided by 1 is going to equal 1, so that's our final number. So these numbers that are the result of dividing, these give us the place values for this base 12 number. So we'll start with the 5. And we need to put commas in between because some of these can be more than one digit, and we don't want them to run together. So we have the 5, 11, 2, 1, and then that little subscript tells us that it's base 12. Okay, I hope this is helpful, Jermaine. I'm sorry we couldn't meet in person, but email if you have any other questions.